KP classes dedicated to excellence.
Hello everyone, now in today's class we are going to discuss the general aptitude part of your GATE examination from the year 2021. So the purpose of today's class is going to be, we are going to have a discussion on what kind of questions we do get in the general aptitude part, and along with that what should be the approach of the same. So in case you are having the basic understanding of the general aptitude, I'm not saying you need to know all the concept to go through this video. Even if you are having the basic understanding of general aptitude, if you are having the basic familiarity with the concept like percentage, ratios, average and some other topics, this video is definitely going to help you out. Now we all know that previous year question papers are very helpful for any examination, because from this we get to know what kind of questions are there in the exam. We come to know what is the difficulty level of the questions, what variety of questions we do get in the exams, and to cover all of that and to address that, we are going to start a series where we'll be covering your previous year question paper, and this video is particularly for those students who are preparing for the GATE examination. And now for the students who are preparing for GATE architecture, this is specifically for them, but general aptitude is common for all the other examination. So in case you want to access this previous year question set, you can go onto the website, and once you are going to search it, you'll be finding that mentorship.com, and there you'll be getting all the previous year question paper here from 21 to 25, and before that we have all the question paper till 2013 2019. So all of that is being covered. So now in today's class we are going to discuss GATE 2021 previous year question set. Just give me a second, I don't know what has gone wrong. Alright, so I must be having this in the, okay, so you can go on to the website and you can download that, because there is some network problem, and that is why I am not able to download it directly from the website, but I have it in the downloaded format. So once you download it, it will be looking like this, right? So in this video, in these videos which we are going to cover on the general aptitude part, we will be covering all the questions that are being asked in this part, and then after that what should be the approach and what types of approach we can use in the question, and then after that we'll be using some sort tricks, option elimination method. So what should be the exact approach, what should be the critical thinking that we should use in the exam. Now here comes the first question, although it is not from the quantitative or logical reasoning, but yes, we can solve questions like this because they are very basic. Here it says Arun and Arpana are here, right? They are asking which of the above statements are grammatically correct. One is saying Arun and Arpana are here, Arun and Arpana is here, Arun's family is here, Arun's family is here, right? So which of the options are correct here? That is what we are going to find out. Now if you are going to look into the first statement, it says Arun and Arpana, because we are not talking about a singular person, we are not talking about one person, we are talking about two people. So here R is given, right? So that is the correct statement. If one person will be there, is will be there, right? So that is very common, that is very basic. I don't think we need to read the complete English for these kind of questions. So we know that. Now here it says Arun and Arpana is here. That is not a right statement to make, so it will not be the correct one. Now here says Arun's family is here. Here it says Arun's family is here. So I hope you know that the fourth one is more appropriate, as Arun's family is here is more appropriate. Arun's family is not a correct statement to make. So this is also not wrong. This is also not right. Right? Arun's family is, because here it is not the correct one. So the correct option here is going to be first and fourth. So first and fourth. Option B will be the correct one. Right? So I hope you understand what should be the right approach in these kind of questions. Now here comes the second question, and that is based on what? That is based on the mirror image. Now this question is given on the mirror image. Now I have in classroom courses I have already told a very critical method for these kind of questions. Suppose a word is given, right? So you can write this similar thing. But here we want to get the mirror image of the above text about the x-axis. That means here in a way they are asking about they are saying it mirror image, but along this axis. So in a way they are asking about the water image. What is the difference when I am talking about mirror image? So mirror is kept like this. Suppose if I am standing here and a mirror is kept like this, mirror will not be kept like this, no? So in case of mirror image, what we do is we vertically flip the object and we get the mirror image of the same. Now suppose if we are going to find out what will be the mirror image of this part. So here if I are going to find out the mirror image of this part, this S will be looking like this. right? I hope you understand that. So how to solve question like this? Whenever question like these are given, you just write the name and just flip the paper. You will be getting the answer, and that is the approach that we use here. So in case we want to find out what will be the answer here, you know that you are going to find P will be looking like this. So which option can be the correct one? This cannot be the correct one, this cannot be the correct one. I hope you understand that. Now if you are going to vertically flip h will be looking as it is, because this is what, this is similar, they are similar towards the x-axis. So it will be, you will be getting the same, y will be looking like this. So are we finding any pattern in this and this and this cannot be the answer. Y is same, L is same, then after that A is also same, X is also same, I is also same. How S will be looking like? Now see, try to understand, this curved part is towards the mirror, so this curved part should be towards the mirror. So how it is looking like in this one and this one? So this curved part is going like this, no? So it will be looking like this, it will be looking like this. So it is similar to this one, not to this one. So option B will be the correct one. I hope you understand the approach in these cases, but it is also a time taking process. What you can do is, you just write whatever is given, no? You just write it. Suppose in examination, what you'll do is, you just write whatever given and you just flip it like this. You will be getting the mirror image on the other side. Or in case of the mirror image, what you can do is, whatever given on the board, you can draw the same thing on the board and you can vertically flip it. You'll be getting the answer on the other side, and that is how we get answers in mirror image and water image. There is no other concept involved. So here option B will be the correct one. Now let's talk about the third question, that is based on probability. Now these are what? These are the repeated questions that we do get in this part. You know, we get questions on probability, permutation, combination, and before that, the question that we got on the special aptitude, that is your mirror image, water image, cutting, folding. So they are the repeated question. Now here it says, two identical cube shaped dice, each with faces numbered 1 to 6, rolled simultaneously. That means you are going to roll two dice at the same time. So they are asking what? They are asking the probability that a even number is rolled out on each dice. What is the probability of the same? So here, if I am going to roll two dice at the same time, try to understand. If I am going to roll one dice at a time, what is the possibility? Either you will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get any of the number. So what is the probability of getting 1? It is 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting 2? It is 1 by 6. What is the probability of getting 6? It is 1 by 6. That means, what is the outcome? Outcome is 1 out of total 6. So what is the probability of that outcome? 1 upon 6. Now suppose if I am going to roll two dice at a time. So on one dice, what is the probability? 1 by 6. On the other dice, what is the probability? 1 by 6. So the total probability will be what? 36 outcomes are possible. Now what I am saying is, if you are going to roll two dice at the same time, if you are going to roll two dice at the same time, in that case the total possibilities will be what? Total possibilities are going to be 36. It will not be 6 plus 6. I hope you understand that. Now let's understand it from the coins one. Now here, if you are going to roll two coins, if you are going to toss two coins at the same time, so on one coin you can get either head, either you can get tail, right? In on the one part, on the other you can get head, you can get tail. But if you are going to toss, here two outcomes are possible, here two outcomes are possible. But if you are going to toss two coins at the same time, the outcome that are possible will be, either you will be getting head, or you will be getting tail, or you will be getting tail, head tail, or tail tail, right? So total 4 outcome will be possible. So similarly, when you are going to toss two dice at the same time, you will be getting how many outcomes? You will be getting 36 outcome. One outcome on the one side, and that is how we get it. So here total possible outcome are 1 upon 36, right? And then they are asking the probability that even number is rolled out on each dice. Even number is rolled out on each dice. Now these are two operations that are being done at the same time. So now, how many outcomes are possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the outcomes that are possible. What is the possible outcome? What are the favorable outcome? 1, 2, 3. Because we are looking for even numbers. So we can get 2, 4 or 6. These are the 3 even numbers. So total possible outcomes which are favorable are 3 out of total 6 in the first case. In the second case, the possibility is same, 3 upon 6. So what will be the answer? Either you are going to write it 9 upon 36 and then you solve it, or you can solve it separately and then multiply it. You will be getting the same answer. So the answer here is going to be 1 by 4. I hope you understand that. If you are going to find it out like that, if 2 and 2 can be the case, 2 and 4 can be the case, 2 and 6 can be the case, then after that 4 and 2 can be the case, 4 and 6 can be the case, 4 and 4 and 4 can be also the case. So if you are going to find like that, then also you will be getting 9 possible outcomes. I hope you understand that, right? Either you go by this method or by this, both are similar, right? We'll be getting the same answer from both. Now here comes the question number 4. Question number 4 says plus sign means this and dot are two operations on the numbers p and q such that p dot q is equal to p minus q and p plus q is equal to p into q. Then we need to find out what will be the outcome of this question. Now here this is a basic question that is based on the concept of simplification, and simplification can be done only on this rule, BODMAS. I hope you are familiar with it, right? So whenever you are going to solve questions, you need to solve bracket first, and then after that if off is there, then after the division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, and before that if there is a bar, right? We will cover if there will be some questions in the upcoming videos. If there is a bar which is called as that is why we write it like this, V BODMAS. V means what? Vernacular bar, right? So in case bar will be there on the questions, right? So we will solve that first, then bracket, then off, then division, then multiplication, then addition, and then subtraction. So here the only trick, the only manipulation that they have done is they have given different sign for the same, right? So p dot q means p minus q. So whenever you are getting dot, you will put a minus sign. Whenever you are getting plus, you will get a multiply sign, and that is the only operation that they want you to do. So there are two things. One is coding, even this is not even a coding, and simplification. This is a basic question on the simplification. So 9, then after that at the dot you will be getting minus sign, then after that 6 multiplies 7, right? And then after that this bracket is closed, then after that again dot is there, that means you are going to subtract it, then after that 7, then plus sign is there, that is multiply, and then after that 6, and then again dot means minus 5, right? And then after that you need to calculate what will be this value. So how are you going to find it? I hope this is clearly visible. I have written it 9 minus 6 into 7 and then subtracting it. So what you will be getting? 9 minus 6 into 7 will be giving what? Now I am solving first the bracket, because bracket is what? Bracket is given at first. So you will be getting 42 here in the first bracket. Then after that it is closed, minus 7, right? First you will be solving bracket, you will be getting 7 only. Here you will be getting 1, and that 7 into 1 will be giving 7 only. So here once I am going to subtract it from this part, what I will be getting here? 9 will be subtracted from 42, you will be getting 33, minus 33 will be getting, and minus 7, right? So once you are going to add it, you will be getting minus 40 as your answer. I hope you understand that minus 40 will be the answer in such a case, and this is a question that is completely based on BODMAS. Now these are 3 marks in the exam if you have the basic understanding of general aptitude. I hope you understand that. Now here comes the question number 5, and that is based on the seating arrangement. How many arrangements are possible? Also this is also a very basic concept that we do in the logical reasoning part, that like for an example sitting arrangement, like for an example order and ranking, like for an example floor based puzzle, box based puzzle, linking puzzles, grouping puzzles. So it is a very light version of all these concepts. Here it says 4 persons P, Q, R and S are to be seated in a row. R should not be seated at the second position from the left end of the row. The number of distinct sitting arrangements that are possible in such a case. Now what they have given, try to understand. 4 persons are there, P, Q, R, S are to be seated in a row. R should not be seated at the second positions from the left end of the row. For an example, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? How many possible outcomes are there? What they have done is R should not be seated at the second position from the left end of the row. R should not be seated at the second position from the left end. Now this is the left end and this is the right end, right? This is the left end and this is the right end, and R should not be seated at the second position from the left end of the row. That means R cannot sit here. R cannot sit here. So R cannot sit here. R can sit on any other places, right? So they are asking what? The number of distinct sitting arrangements that are possible. If R cannot sit here, R can sit at any of the places. So how many possible outcomes will be there? I hope you understand that it can sit in the 3 other places. So how many combinations will be possible such? 3 factorial. R cannot sit at this place. When R is sitting here, 3 factorial. When R is sitting here, again 3 factorial. When R is sitting here, again 3 factorial. So total possible outcome will be what? 6, 6, 6. So the correct answer will be what? 18. Now where this factorial is coming from? Factorial is what? We deal with factorial in the concept of permutation, right? So when I am saying if R is not sitting here, suppose I am keeping R here. So remaining, how many people are there? R is here, P, Q and S. One possible combination PQS can sit like this, or PQS can sit like this, QPS, right? Or SPQ. So we can arrange them in how many ways? We can arrange them in total 3 factorial ways. Total 6 possible outcomes are there in which we can change this. Now Q is coming at this place. Then after that, these also can be interchanged. Okay, I'm just writing it for the clarity, right? PQS, or just a second. How many total 6 outcomes? Where this number is coming from? One is PQS, the other one will be PSQ. Then after that, keeping Q at the first place, QPS. Then after that, QSP. And then after that, keeping S at the first place, you will be getting SPQ. And then after that, you'll be getting SQP. All are what? All are distinct arrangement. So 3 places can be filled in 3 factorial ways, and that is how 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 3 factorial, total 18 possible outcomes are there, and option C will be the correct one. Now I know that I am taking much time on these questions. They are very basic, but they are basic for those who know the concept. But I am trying to cover those students who are having the basic understanding of general aptitude. So along with the concept, we are trying to cover all these questions. So even if you know the concept, once you are going to revise this question, you are not only solving the question, you are also learning the concept at the same time. Now here this question is based on direction and distance. Here it says on a planner you traveled 3 units east from a point O, next traveled 4 units south to arrive at a point P, and then after that, then again you traveled from point P in the northeast direction, then again that you arrive at a point. So now before going into this question, if you are having the basic understanding of directions, that's okay. Even if you don't have, I'll be taking hardly 2 or 3 minutes to explain that. Now you know that if you are going to denote all these directions on a plain paper, you know that this is going to be east direction, this is north, and this is south, and this is what? This is west direction. Now then after that, along with these directions, there are 4 more directions which are exactly going between them. So this is going to be the direction which is exactly between north and east, will be called as northeast. The direction which is exactly between south and east will be called as southeast. The direction which is exactly between south and west will be called as southwest. And then after that, the direction between north and west will be called as northwest. And that is the concept here, right? Once you know what are the directions that are there, and once you know that, you need to understand what is left and right with respect to all these directions. So this is left, this is right, and if you are going to rotate it like this right will come here, this left will go on this place, this is left, this is right. If you are going to rotate it like this right will go on this part and L will come on this part. So I hope you understand that this is with respect to left and right with respect to all these directions. Now if you know these basic concepts, we are good to go with these kind of questions. Now here it says, we'll be coming on this question. Here it says we will solve it one by one. This says the first line, on a planar field you traveled 3 unit east. Now if you know that this, we are going on what? We are going 3 unit in the east direction. This is 3 unit. We are going 3 unit on the east. From east point O. Next you traveled 4 units south. You are going 4 units south. Alright. Then after that, to arrive at a point P. Okay, on a planar field you travel 3 unit east from a point O. You started from point O. Next you travel 4 units south to arrive at a point P. You have arrived at a point P, right? Then you traveled from point P in the northeast direction. Now if you know that, what is northeast direction? Isn't it north? Isn't it north? Isn't it east? So this is northeast. So that means from this point you have started going in the northeast direction, and you started going in the northeast direction such that you arrive at a point that is 6 unit east of point O. Now you are arriving at a point that is 6 unit east. Now this was already 3 unit. That means it is again 3 unit, and you are reaching at a point that is 6 unit east of the point O. That means you reach at this point. So if this is 3, this is 4, this is a 90-degree turn. So this will be 5. From the Pythagoras theorem, we are using Pythagoras theorem here. This will be 5. It may be used, it may not be used, but this is what we can find it out. Then after that, next you travel in the northwest. Now again, when I am saying northwest, that means I am going this direction. That means I am going this direction, northwest, in such a way that you arrive at a point Q that is 8 unit north of point P. Now 8 unit north of point P. 8 unit north. Now north is what? This. you are reaching at north, which is 8 unit from point P. So this is 4 unit already. So this is remaining 4 unit. So this will be 4 unit to reach at what point? They haven't given. They haven't mentioned. They are asking the point Q to point O. What is the distance? Point Q. Where this point Q is given? Have they given? Acha, at a point Q. This Q is given. Na? Point Q and point O. We are trying to find out this distance. This is 4 unit. This is 3 unit. These are 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 are what? Pythagorean triplets. We can use the Pythagoras theorem and the option C is the correct one. So if you know the concept, within second you'll be getting answer. 3, 4, 5. Because if this is 3, this is 4, the other one is going to be 5. Again you know that if this is a Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse, when you are calculating here, the perpendicular is given 4 square, the base is given 3 square, so this will be 9 and this will be 16. 16 and 9, 25. Once you are going to take the root of the same, you will be getting 5. So these are some popular Pythagorean triplets. Alright, so we have done the question number 6. Here comes the question number 7. Now here, if you are going to talk about question number 7, again this is from not my subject, but this is common sense. So we can use the logical and critical thinking to answer these. It says the author said, musician rehearse before their concerts. Actor rehearse their role before opening of a new play. On the other hand, I find it strange that many public speakers think they can just walk on the stage and start speaking. In my opinion, it is no less important for public speaker to rehearse their talk. That means here in this case, the author is trying to put in focus on the importance of rehearsal. Right? Even if an actor is going to perform an act, he will do the rehearsal of the same. If there is a musician, he is going to perform on some place, on some stage, he will rehearse it. But there are some speakers. If I am coming and taking this class, though I haven't done the rehearsal, but it is because of the practice that I know, because we have done it so many times in the classroom. So that is why we haven't done the rehearsal. But yeah, if there is a speaker who is going on the stage and he haven't done the rehearsal, he don't know what he is going to address. So that means it is no less important for a public speaker. So the author is of the opinion that rehearsing is important for musician, actors and public speaker. That is the appropriate one if it is important for musician, actors and public speakers. But we are not directly marking it as correct. We will go through other questions also. So which is the best possible answer, we will mark that. The author is of opinion that rehearsing is less important. Author is saying rehearsal is more important, not less important. It is not the correct one. The author is of the opinion that rehearsing is more important only for 2, not for the third one. No. Author is saying it is also important for the public speakers, because it is no less important that word is used. The author is of the opinion that rehearsal is more important for actors than musician. There is no comparison being made. So always and always and always in these kind of question, when you find comparison, when you find a statement which is going out of the box, where it is going out of the context, it is going against the author's statement, these kind of statements are always wrong. So here the most appropriate answer is going to be option A. I hope all of you will be very clear with it. Okay, this is our question number 7. Here comes question number 8, and that is, in a way we can say, it is based on the syllog, and there are 2 ways of solving syllogism. One is Venn diagram method, the other one is your income and expense method. But if you will be solving it through income and expense method, it will take much time in these kind of questions. Like, although income and expense method very useful, you will take very less time, but you will take very less time when you know the method. Now we don't have sufficient time to explain the method here, because method itself will take at least 1 hour of time. But if you understand the method, solving these questions become very easy. But we are going to solve this question through the Venn diagram method. Here it says some football players play cricket. Now for an example, we can make a diagram, although it is also not required. You can solve it from the common sense. But some football players play cricket, football and cricket, right? Some players are there who are playing the cricket also, football and cricket. And then after that, all cricket players play hockey. All cricket players play hockey. All cricket players play hockey. Right? This is the diagram that they have given. No football players play hockey. No, there are certain cricketers who play cricket as well as hockey. So they are overlapping here in the football. So this cannot be the correct statement to make. Some football players play hockey. Some football players play hockey is the correct statement to make, because some football players play cricket and all the cricketers play hockey. So that means some footballer also play hockey. So here it is the correct statement to make. All football players play hockey is not the correct statement to make. All hockey players play football is not the correct statement. All football players play hockey, it is also not the correct statement to make. But some football players play hockey, some hockey players play football is the correct statement to make here, and you can understand that from the Venn diagram itself. All the hockey players are not playing football. Some players are there who are only playing hockey. Some players are there who are only playing cricket. Some players are there who are playing hockey and the football at the same time. So that is why the correct answer here is going to be which one? Option B is the correct one. Income expense method is also there, 50-50, then after that 150, then you will check it out and you will be getting the exact same answer from the same. Now here comes the question number 9, and question number 9, that question is based on the mensuration, 2-dimension mensuration. You need to understand, if you know what is the area of circle. What is the area of circle? It is pi r square. Do you know that? If you know that, what is the circumference of the circle? It is 2 pi r. If you know only these two concepts, I am not going to discuss any other thing than that, and we'll be solving this question only on pi r square and 2 pi r. Here it says, in the figure shown above, PQRS is a square. PQRS is a square, and the shaded portion is formed by intersection of sectors of a circle with radius that is equal to the side of the square and centers at S and Q. The probability that, okay, all right. This question is based on probability also. You need to find out what is the probability that you are randomly going to put a point, and what is the probability that the point that you have put is from the shaded part out of the total. So before going ahead, we need to understand what do we mean by probability. So probability is calculated on what? What is the favorable outcome divided by total. So here what will be the total? Try to understand. What is the total? This total area. So in case of total area, what they have given is PQR is the same portion is found the intersection of the sector of the radius circle with radius equal to the side of the square. Achha ji. What they have given, the shaded portion is formed by the intersection of the sector of the circle with the radius, and that is equal to the side. All right. So if this is r, okay, they have given it. Why I was wasting time on that? If this is r, this is also r. So we can find out what is the total area. Total area is going to be r square. I hope you guys understand that. R square, the total area. But what is the favorable outcome? Favorable outcome is to calculate this area, this shaded part. So now we will be calculating what is the area of the shaded part, and for that, try to understand. Can I draw a diagonal to it? Can I draw a diagonal like this? Now suppose how we can find it out. Just try to understand. If I am going to draw a figure like this, try to understand. Can you find this sector? Can you find the area of this sector? Now for an example, this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Try to understand. If there is a circle, right? What is the area? Pi r square. I am going to divide this circle into two equal parts. What will be the area? Pi r square by 2. I am going to divide it into three parts. This will be 90 degree. What is the area of this sector? It will be pi r square by 4. Right? Either you can solve it by this, or you know that pi r square theta upon 360 is the total area of a sector where theta will be given. Here it is 90 degree. So in 90 degree you will be taking pi r square by 4. So if I am going to take pi r square by 4, it will be giving this total area. But out of that total area, if I subtract from the total area this part, we will be getting this part only, and that is what we are calculating here, right? And same thing we will be doing for the second part. So what I am doing here is, what is this total area? What is the area of sector? So it will be pi r square by 4. It will be pi r square by 4, or you will be writing pi r square 90 by 360, because this 90 is there, na? So you will be getting this total area once you are going to do it. But we don't need to find it total area. We are finding this part area only. So how we can find it out? If I am going to subtract this total area, this will be what? This will be r square by 2. R square by 2. Again I am going to write it so that you can understand it in a better manner. The area of this part is going to be pi r square by 4, and then after that minus r square by 2 and divided by total r square, and this is what? This is the area of this part only, but we need to calculate this part also, and that can be also similarly calculated. So here I have multiplied it by 2, and once you're going to solve it, you'll be getting the answer r square, r square, r square is balanced, and 2 will be multiplied. Inside you'll be getting pi by 2 minus 1. So pi by 2 minus 1, option C will be the correct one here in this case. So how do we find it out? Although the question is very basic, right? You can solve it by pi r square with the basic concept, basic understanding of the mensuration, but they have involved probability also. So in only one question, you have got one question on probability and you have got another question on probability, and that is why we cover these topics in a very detailed manner, because these are the repeated concept. Now here it says this question number 10. Question number 10 says, in an equilateral triangle. Now what do we mean by an equilateral triangle? A triangle which is having all side equal, right? Which is having all side equal. So here this will be A, this will be A, this will be A, right? So here it says PQ is divided into 4 parts. PQR is there. PQ is divided into 4 parts. PQ is divided 1, 2, 3, 4. It is divided into 4 parts. Then after that, what they have given more? PQ is divided into 4 parts and QR is divided into 6 parts. QR is divided into 6 parts. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is divided into 6 parts. And then after that, what they have done? PR is divided into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is divided into 8 equal parts, although they are not similar, but you can understand the concept from this part. The length of each subdivided part in centimeter is an integer. Now each divided part is an integer. So what we are finding? The minimum area of the triangle. Minimum area of the triangle. Try to understand. Here you need to understand the LCM and HCF. What they are saying. Suppose this is A. This side we don't know. This side is don't know. But here it is divided into how many parts? It is divided into 4 parts. It is divided into how many parts? It was divided into 4 parts, then 6 parts, and then 8 parts. So if I am going to take the LCM of the same, what will be the LCM? Isn't it 24? 24 will be the LCM. So suppose we are taking the side to be equal to 24. 24 is what? 24 is nothing but the LCM. So if 24 is this side, 24 is this side, 24 is this side. So it is divided into 4 parts. Okay, we can divide that. It will be 6, 6, 6 and 6. Because the numbers, once you divide it, each subdivided part is in centimeter, and that is an integer. That means you are not getting in fraction, you are not getting in decimal, you are getting is integer. So here you are getting 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, all being integers. 6 divided by 24, we are getting 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and all are like that. Here we are getting 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, all are integers. But if you take any number which is less than 24, it will not be the correct answer. So here this side, the minimum side is going to be what? Minimum side is going to be LCM of the same, and that LCM is equal to 24. That means side can be the minimum side that is possible in such a case is going to be 24. So we need to find out the area of this such possible, root 3 by 4 a square. Right? So here we are getting root 3 by 4 multiplied by 24 and 24. And once I am going to simplify it, what will be getting? We'll be getting 144 root 3, and that will be the answer in such a case. And that is how we have done your GATE 2021 General Aptitude question paper. And if you go with such kind of approach, definitely you are going to solve each and every question in your examination. So we will be trying and covering all the other papers on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and in case you are having any doubts or queries, do let us know in the chat box, and not chat box, in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this video.
KP classes dedicated to excellence.